The Mavericks hit the road as they take on Bam Adebayo and the Miami Heat. We'll get you ready for tonight's game coming up next on the DLLS Mavs pregame show. Welcome to the DLLS Mavs pregame show powered by Michelob Ultra. Cheer on your team with Michelob Ultra at 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's a superior smooth taste worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, official beer sponsor of the NBA. Kevin Gray alongside our DLLS Mavs beat writer Ron Herro Jr. and our DLLS Mavs analyst Bobby Corella. We are DLLS Mavs, your favorite guys, covering your favorite team, especially when it's Thanksgiving week here at DLLS Sports. Appreciate you all joining us here on our pregame show as your Dallas Mavericks visit Bam Adebayo, Tyler Herro, and the Miami Heat tonight. We'll get you ready for tonight's action with who's in, who's out, focusing on our Mavericks player spotlight, looking at a jaw-jacking Klay Thompson, and also get you X Factors for tonight's game as well. On this marvelous Monday evening, Ron Herro Jr., how are we doing?
Good. Let's have a very hungry show.
Oh, you hungry?
Hungry for good takes.
KJ.
Oh, okay. Ron, I will give you five. Well, I don't have my wallet on me. It's right over there. But I will give you $5 if you can name the amalgamation of mascots that formulate the character on that DLLS shirt. You want to close?
Oh, no, I'm already done. I'm be honest, everybody.
Not a single one. We'll close it. Show the people. Let the people see.
Yeah, sorry.
You got to move the mic. Yep, you got to let the people know. Yep, there it is.
Can you name all four of those characters?
You all are going to be very, very ashamed of me that I don't think I know one name. I genuinely don't think I know one name.
This guy doesn't even know Champ.
I don't.
He fancies himself. He says he knows sports, but he does not know mascots.
Yeah, and my last job, we could not. They were so against writing the name of a mascot down that I just don't even think of whatever a mascot's name is. Yeah, you can't if I'm covering
the morning news doesn't care about Rowdy.
I don't want to say they don't care, but if I was somehow covering a game of, let's say, a high school team, and I used the mascot's name like Panthers, they wouldn't let you use it.
Wow, it's no wonder Mavrello was able to get away with his shtick for so long because the local media wasn't holding him to account.
Oh no! Oh man, do you miss Mavrello?
No. Yes.
That's a great name though.
Mavrello Bolovich.
Mavrello Bolovich.
Goodness gracious, everybody.
What a guy.
Was he a guy?
I think that I think his pronouns were he, him, yeah.
Funny looking little thing.
We better change the subject real quick before people get mad.
As you can see, we are decked out in our DLLS merch, and we will be all week long here because it's holiday season, boys and girls. Diehard members, I got something special for you. If you're a diehard member, you got access right now to our Black Friday sale, 30% off, all the way up to 90% off our merch right now for our Black Friday sale for our diehards. If you get early access, the Black Friday sale will start later on this week for the rest of you non-diehards. So get in here. If you want to be a diehard member, get in here right now. There's no better time to become a diehard member. Black Friday sale happening later on this week. Save up to 90% on select items at our DLLS merch store.allcitynetwork.com. So make sure you check it out. And you can get this one like I'm wearing right now.
Elite merch, man.
That's
Elite
right.
merch.
All Dallas versus all y'all, including y'all.
Wow.
Y'all.
What did I do?
By far best podcast merch in the United States.
That's right.
And we can say internationally. But I don't want to say anything about
only some stuff 90%. Like for example, I don't know if there's
still Wayfair?
I don't know if there's still stuff in stock, but there was a Matador-ish inspired Luka shirt. That one would probably be 90% off if we still have it in stock.
Okay.
You know, so the new stuff 30% off, and some things are more.
Maybe that Luka Magic one that Owen always wearing.
Oh no, Owen. Oh no, Owen. No,
probably 90% off.
That's probably 90% off. So there you go.
But if you're a fan, buy the shirt.
There you go. Let's get you set up for tonight's game between the Mavericks and the Miami Heat. Of course, your Dallas Mavericks on the road for what is 13 of their next 19 games coming to tonight's game. Of course, 5-13, 1-3 officially away from the American Airlines Center. Meanwhile, the streaking Miami Heat are 11-6. They so far this year, check this out, 7-1 in Miami at home so far this year. They've won 4 straight coming into tonight's game. They're a 7.5-point favorite with the over-under at 240.5 if you're keeping count. Both these teams coming into tonight's game kind of going in opposite directions. As we mentioned with the Mavericks right now, 13th in the Western Conference, a game and a half behind the Jazz the Grizzlies who are in the 10th spot right now in the West, coming off a loss on Saturday night, 102-96 to the Memphis Grizzlies to finish what was their 3-game homestand. Unfortunately, 1-2, no winning homestand so far for your Dallas Mavericks. They are 3-4 against the Western Conference so far this year in 7 games. As I mentioned, 13 of their next 19 on the road, and the competition is about to get stiff. 8 of their next 9 games will be against teams that are above 500, and the Mavericks have struggled against such opponents this year when it comes to playing teams that are really good, not great against those teams so far this year. Miami, though, on the opposite spectrum, 4th in the East right now, 11-6 on the year, just a half game behind the Cleveland Cavaliers for the 3rd seed in the Eastern Conference. The Miami Heat, though, are on a second night of a road home back-to-back. They got to win last night in the city of brotherly love in Philadelphia over the Sixers, 127-117 to win their 4th straight game. They're 4-3 against the Western Conference so far this year, and they begin a 4-game homestand tonight with the Dallas Mavericks that will continue on Wednesday when they take on Charlie Saturday's Milwaukee Bucks. That gets us to the Kel'el Illustrated Scouting Report on this Monday evening as we take a look at the streaking Miami Heat.
Well, you go to Miami and, it's only natural that you're going to explore the beautiful scenery of the city, right? That city has so much food. It has so much culture. It has so many places to consume alcohol. And what that means is the next day, you might be a little groggy, right? And for a long time, the LeBron era Heat was like pace and space Heat. And then they kind of dropped off. They played a pretty slow, plodding, deliberate style with Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo. But that era is over, folks. They are playing fast this year. So you go to Miami, you enjoy a nice meal the night before, George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb style.
Oh, wow.
You might be struggling the night of the game. So I hope the Mavs went to bed at a reasonable hour last night. Cooper Flagg, all right, he's going to be totally fine. Everyone else, I don't know.
He can't go anywhere.
He can't go
exactly.
That's right.
Exactly. He pushed the pace to a crazy degree. So they take 19 shots per game with between 22 and 18 seconds left on the shot clock. So in the first 4 to 6 seconds of the shot clock, that's the most in the NBA. They also take a league-leading 21.7 shots with between 18 and 15 seconds left on the shot clock. That is also, again, the most in the NBA. So more than 40 shots per game come in the first 9 seconds of the shot clock. The Mavs, despite playing a faster pace, only take 28. So that's the level at which Miami's wanting to get out in the open floor. This year, off an opponent's miss, they get a shot on average in less than 10 seconds. Like, they get the heck up the floor. That is the second fastest mark in the league. The only team faster is the Wizards, who came to Dallas and beat the Mavs by doing that very same thing, getting out in the open floor, taking early threes, taking early shots. This season, it takes them 12.6 seconds on average to get a shot off, which is more than a full second faster than the second fastest team. So Dallas has to be ready to run. That's not just off of misses. That's not just off of turnovers, of which there will probably be a lot. It's also off of makes. This year, the Mavs have actually done pretty well getting back in transition, statistically at least, getting back in transition off a miss. But so many times this year, they've scored and either been like spamming emotes or lollygagging behind the play, and a dude just beats them down and gets an easy bucket. And especially for the Heat, because they have guys, I'm curious to see how fast they play tonight with Herro coming back. Maybe they'll take it slow for him. But, Jaime Jaquez, plays 2 or 3, but really has, the offensive game of, Charles Barkley. So if he gets posted up early on a guy like Max or D'Lo or Brandon Williams or whatever, he's going to sprint down the floor, turn around, become a target, and they're just going to lob him the ball from 50 feet away, and he's going to turn around and lay it in. So, they can create mismatches very quickly in transition or pseudo-transition, even off a make. So the Mavs have to be ready to get up the floor tonight.
It gets us to our lead story going into tonight's game, and it focuses on the Mavericks going on the road. And they're about to hit the road, and unfortunately, they're going to be dealing with a lot of really good opponents. As the Mavericks get ready to go on the road for an extended period, they begin a 4-game road trip tonight that will continue on Friday on the first night of a back-to-back when they take on Luka Doncic and the Los Angeles Lakers, and then the very next night against the Los Angeles Clippers. The Mavericks, of course, unfortunately began the season 4-9 in their first 13 games at home, or 13 of the first 18 games overall were at the AAC. Now we'll spend a lot of time on the road where the schedule gets difficult. 8 of their next 9 games will be against teams that are above 500. So far, the Mavericks this year against teams that are 500 or better, 1-7 against such clubs. Overall, 4-6 against teams below 500, which means
that's those 6 losses, by the way, most in the NBA against teams below 500.
Yeah,
they've had a very easy schedule so far.
Not good.
They haven't beaten good teams. They really haven't beaten bad teams either. And with no timetable for Anthony Davis's return, who was listed as doubtful, has already been ruled out for tonight's game, Ron, things could get real dicey here coming up in the next few weeks.
I mean, the Miami Heat, like Bobby was saying, they're going to run the floor. They're going to shoot a lot of threes. And with, Bam and Kel'el Ware, they're going to protect the rim. And they can switch Bobby in the half court. I mean, it's a tough team to beat, even with some of their key players out tonight. They're going to be a tough team that the Mavericks are going to have to find a way just to be able to get by. And this is going to be a game where a lot of the Mavs shooters are going to have to be good with relocating because they're going to switch on a lot of the actions that the Mavs normally want to run. Those DHO kind of actions don't really work against a team that's very okay with conceding the switch. So that means the shooters are going to have to relocate and players are going to have to do a lot of cutting.
I'm really curious to see Coop go up against Bam, see if he can score on him.
It's fun.
It's really tough because Bam is quick, but he's also strong. Coop this year, if he hasn't been able to drive around someone because they're faster than him, he just kind of goes through him because Coop is also big and strong. But like,
Bam
you're not
kind of
Bam
works
off
against
the spot.
Bam.
Yeah, you're not moving Bam on anywhere. Yeah.
He's gonna have to settle for that like 15-foot kind of rock back jumper, and he's struggled with that shot this year.
Heat going to be led by the Olympic gold medalist Bam Adebayo, who of course is averaging 19.5 points per game and over 8 rebounds per contest through 11 games so far this year. Jaime Jaquez Jr. having a really nice year for Miami, averaging nearly 17 points per game in 17 games off the bench for Miami this year. Your Dallas Mavericks, of course, led by rookie sensation Cooper Flagg, who's averaging over 16 points per game and giving you over 6 rebounds per contest. PJ Washington averaging 15 points per game and averaging a career-high 7.8 rebounds in 17 games so far this year. The Heat statistical profile is one that is really, really good. In fact, number 1 in the NBA in points per game, scoring nearly 125 points every single night. They're also number 1 in assists, getting nearly 31 assists per contest against their opponents this year. They're number 5 in three-point percentage, shooting over 38% from downtown. They're number 11 in field goal percentage with a number 13 offensive rating. Defensively is when they've been making their hay this year. In fact, number 4 in defensive rating so far this year through 17 games for the Miami Heat. Of course, your Dallas Mavericks are sitting there in third in terms of defensive rating. Overall, number 7 in overall net rating.
You know how hard you have to work to be by far the fastest paced team in the NBA and also a top 5 defense?
Oh, man.
Like, oh
Heat
my
culture.
God.
Spoelstra got them boys playing,
Heat
man.
culture, man.
There's no way
Shouldn't be
that
possible.
it's fun. There's no way they're having fun. Like, it's got to suck so bad.
I mean, they're indoctrinated in Miami, and that Heat culture is real. Like, they're probably just convincing them that somehow going your absolute hardest every night is fun. And again, Tyler Herro hasn't even been there. Now, of course, he's trying to maybe, come back against a team that, he might think he can get off against, which, not saying that's exactly what happened, but players do tend to pick kind of the game.
Don't want to be that team. Yeah,
they
versus
kind of
Wizards.
pick the team they want to come back against. Growing up, a lot of times that was the Washington Wizards. I hope the Dallas Mavericks aren't becoming that team.
Yeah, you talk to folks in Miami, the conditioning that the players and coaches and everybody on the staff goes through there is kind of legendary, and it's playing itself out in the way that they play from a pace, but also from a defensive standpoint, one of the best defensive teams in the league. This is the first of 2 matchups between these 2 teams this regular season. In fact, these 2 teams will see each other, check this out, just 9 days from now, back here in Dallas on December 3rd.
Quick.
Last year, these 2 teams split the season series 1 game apiece. Tanner remembers that one pretty fondly because a year ago today, Spencer Dinwiddie was out here on some BS and had me losing my damn mind on that post-game show.
Yeah, Bobby missed that one, right?
Bobby did miss that one, actually.
I did.
Yeah.
I was watching from the comfort of my own home, and I was laughing at you.
You were.
I mean, I was laughing
and in
with
the chat as
you,
well. You were in the
yeah.
chat as well that night, too. But shout out to Mark Stein, who had to put up, him and Cato put up with my shenanigans that night. That was insanity.
Good old Spencer.
Yeah, man. It's going to get me upset all over again, so let's not talk about it. Let's get to our super chat real quick before we take and get to help you win some money tonight. Lanessa with the $5 super chat. Dire question: how many times do I have to show my local coffee shop my DLLS card before I get free coffee? I keep having to pay. Is it broken?
That's really weird because the first time I showed it, I got it for free, and it's been that way ever since. So if they're write down their name and social security number.
Oh, wow.
And DM me. Give me their information.
They actually started bringing my coffee to my door once I showed them the coffee.
Really?
Jeez,
like,
man.
they started just, I thought it was like room service.
They were like, sir, the pleasure is
the golden
ours.
ticket, the Polar Express. I mean,
if I drank coffee, I'd probably get mine free too. But
not a coffee guy?
Nah, can't do it, man. Can't do it.
An herbal tea guy?
A what now?
An herbal tea guy?
Every now and then. Every now and then.
chamomile?
Yeah, every now and then. Yeah. Try it again. See what happens, Lanessa. Let's try it again. Let's help you win some money tonight when it comes to prize picks.
Well, I'm going to try. I need to open up the app and get to my pick. Sorry, that was a very quick transition.
Oh, wow.
And I'm doing my best.
But you can go to prizepicks.com.
Well, I got it right here.
Oh, you got it. Okay.
Here we
All
go.
right. Bam Adebayo, more than 27.5 points plus rebounds plus assists. That stat-stuffing MFer is going to have a huge night. Cooper Flagg, more than 14.5 points. I just think this game is going to be so fast-paced. He's going to have a lot of chances to score. Jaime Jaquez, more than 20.5 points plus rebounds plus assists. He is a pretty good scorer, but also sneaky good assist and rebound guy. They just got a lot of guys on that team that just do a lot of things, and he's one of them. And then also Max Christie, more than 1.5 threes made. I think he only made one his last game. Kind of a rare off night for Max from deep, but I think he'll bounce back. If I hit on my $5 pick, I would net $17 in cold, hard cash, folks.
Right.
That is lunch tomorrow, or even dinner tomorrow, or maybe even breakfast tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
We'll see how I'm feeling. If you want to play along with me, download Prize Picks. Use promo code DLLS when you make a $5 lineup, and you will be granted with $50 in free lineups to your account immediately. On Prize Picks, it's good to be right.
Tip off at 6:30 p.m. in Miami. If you're going to be watching the game, you could do so on KFAA Channel 29 here locally. If you're going to be watching Miami take on your Dallas Mavericks. Let's get to who's in and who's out in Monday night's action, as the Mavericks not only play tonight, they'll have a couple days off, but then they'll get back on the road on Friday to take on the Lakers. Let's start with your Dallas Mavericks. Anthony Davis is going to be missing his 14th straight game with the left calf strain. He was originally listed as doubtful coming into tonight. He's been officially ruled out. We are in the 7 to 10 day reevaluation window for Anthony Davis. We will see what happens over the next few days as the Mavericks get ready to go to Los Angeles later this week. Dante Exum, of course, out for the season with the right knee injury. Kyrie Irving is out tonight, of course, and Derek Live II, he's out tonight, not for right knee injury management, right foot injury management. So not the knee, but the foot this time around for Derek Live II. So something to keep an eye on. There. Meanwhile, Nikola Jovic, he's out tonight with the right hip injury. Norman Powell, he's out with the left groin strain. No timetable on his return. He hurt that last night, scoring 32 points in the win over the Philadelphia 76ers. So Miami going to be without a guy who's been fantastic for them so far this year, of course, coming over from the Clippers. Terry Rozier, Andrew Wiggins, he is out tonight with a left hip flexor strain.
What does not with team mean?
Google it.
Okay.
That's what the
official injury report says. Not with the team.
Not with team.
Not with team.
It's not with team.
I don't even know if you need to put him on the injury report.
They've had him on there all year.
I'm not sure if he's getting compensated.
Just T's and P's for all that. It's a terrible situation, and hopefully the right thing happens. Whatever the right thing is.
That's right. By the way, Ryan Nembhard, who was listed as questionable coming into tonight's game, he is available as he returns after been dealing with a left knee sprain. And Brandon Williams, who popped up on the injury report as well, with low back tightness, he is available and good
Mavs
to
had
go.
more than one point guard.
How about that?
How about that?
More than one
3-point guard.
How about that?
Too many.
D'Angelo Russell is also good to go.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
D'Lo back?
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
He was not on the injury report after missing the last couple of games due to illness. So the Mavericks all of a sudden got a plethora of point guards to take on the Miami Heat. Let's get to our Mavericks player spotlight on this Monday night. We focus in. Klay Thompson's had an eventful last couple of days. After going 6 of 12 from 3 on Saturday night in a loss to the Memphis Grizzlies, him and John Morant got to John with one another. Klay went full millennial dad on John Morant and said he ain't got nothing intelligent to say. So why are we talking about him? And John was like, you old bum, you keep losing to me and my Grizzlies. Get out of here. Like, it was.
You called him an old bum?
I'm paraphrasing. He didn't call him that.
It might have.
I feel like that's what John Morant probably said.
He probably thought it.
What we need is that lip sync account, or not the lip sync.
Oh, yeah.
I love that.
They get the Nat sounds.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah. But Klay, as of late, has been shooting the ball better over his last 8 games, shooting 36% from 3 and giving you 13 points per game compared to what was his first 9 games, where he was giving you barely 7.5 points per game and shooting just 26% from downtown. They're going to need Klay's shooting tonight because Miami gets up threes, or excuse me, they shoot the ball well from the 3-point line. And they score a ton of points.
You know, Klay's been so fun lately. It was.
Is that what we're calling it?
I mean,
it was on the floor.
Well, you know, actually both now. You put it that way.
Okay.
But I was on the floor. He's been really fun to watch. It was pretty sad to start the season. Those first 9 games, that percentage, it might have been even more depressing to watch in person because one, he looked upset. He didn't really want to talk, and you could just feel the energy wasn't there. The energy has been up so much more for Klay Thompson, and hopefully, yes, the shooting slump hopefully is over for Klay.
Did Kid call it a revival the other night?
A revival. No, you said the kids say that?
Yeah, kids use
Quite
the
the
word.
claim.
I don't remember. I don't want to lie. So I don't remember the exact term, what he said. The thing is, what the graphic was, I think he's shooting 36% if we round up. That's still not even his standard, and I think would be a career low from 3.
You got off to such a bad start.
It was just such
awful,
a bad start that even after, even his, what was it? I think it was the last 6 games or so, where he's shooting about 36% from 3. That'd still be a career low because Klay Thompson is that good of a shooter. So even when he's back, he's still not up to his standard, which means there is a chance he can get even better, everybody. Maybe that's tonight.
Over the last, hold please, 7 games, 36.6% from 3. So
We literally just had the graphic up there that showed that.
where? Show it again.
No, it was a it was more games.
Well, that's the last 8 games, so take that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
like he's
improvement
doing
is
all this
improvement.
heavy lifting. It's like it's almost pretty much
improvement is
right there.
improvement. But he's definitely turned to the cold hot shooter. Which, to be fair, it's like basically every shooter in NBA history. But it's even more volatile at his age, which probably again should be expected. But yeah, man, Klay, it's at least been a more fun watch. And off the court, that might fire your teammates up, man. Like, oh, the OG of the team is kind of talking his talk. Maybe the young guys like, you know what, we got to back this guy up. They're not going to, come in our house and talk trash. Now they're on the road. Maybe they try to embarrass somebody else.
Well, shout out to Klay for sticking up for his teammate Cooper Flagg when Santi Aldama decided to trip him in that game on Saturday night. Klay was one of the first ones sticking up for his teammate, among others.
Man, that's probably what Bobby would have did if I would have got pushed, right, Bobby?
Yeah. Yeah. I
wasn't
might
confident.
not have. I might not have stopped there. Whenever I watch hockey, I really identify with the guys that like you hit my guy.
Okay.
I'm gonna get suspended. Like
Corella the enforcer.
Well, not enforcer.
Well, allegedly,
just,
Klay Thompson's not an enforcer, by the way. What was that?
I mean, clearly he drew the ire of the Memphis Grizzlies broadcast.
I was like, wow.
it's like I will turn the temperature up if I'm playing sports.
Yeah,
okay,
I will.
okay.
Yeah, I will.
So yeah, Bobby the enforcer. We'll take
just
it.
don't go
It's
full
embarrassing.
Nico and board people,
man.
out the blue like
Okay,
crazy.
Nico
Against
Rantanen
the
did
wall?
it one time on
He did
accident.
twice.
One time was on accident.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The second time got his ass suspended for it.
Well, by rule, it's
I mean,
because
yes.
they had to.
Yes. I mean, it is what it is. Lanner with the $2 super chat. Can you guys get Cuban back on so we can grill him?
Huh.
Let me ask you a question. What would you want us to ask Mark Cuban at this stage? I'm genuinely curious. Like, what would you want us to ask him about?
Because, I mean, we asked him a little bit about, like, the sale of the team and all that stuff. It's mostly now, I guess, like, do people want to know, do they want to know what happened with the Luka trade, or is it, like,
Good question.
is the team going to tank now?
Are you going to trade Anthony Davis?
But there's some
All he's
questions
gonna do
he
if
can't
we-
answer some of these questions.
Well, no,
though.
he will.
I mean, he will.
Oh,
Yeah.
he will? Okay, oh, yeah.
Like, we can say, hey, are you going to tank? And he's like, no, we want to try and win.
Even
Because,
if they're not trying to.
well, yeah, because he wants to establish leverage. But then
Salesman.
also the last time he said that they tanked, he got fined like $1 million.
That's
So,
right.
like,
That's right.
we're not worth that to him, you know?
No, he does love us, though. Somewhat.
Why not? Let's get to our X Factors going into tonight's game. Again, tip off at 6:30 p.m. You can watch the game on KFA channel 29 if you're going to be watching locally. Let's start with X Factor number 1. Dallas got to crash the offensive glass. Miami's one of the best defensive rebounding teams in the league. In fact, number 2 in the association this year, grabbing nearly 36 defensive boards per contest. Ooh. So here's to you, Daniel Gafford, and the rest of the team. Got to crash the glass tonight because Miami can rebound defensively and get out and run, and that's what they like to do.
With the follow-up, my question to Cuban, do you think we're stupid to think that you deserve zero fault for the Luka trade? You're the one who hired Nico and this ownership.
Oh, wow. Trying to own the owner, I see.
I mean, I think it was words.
It's a fair question.
It's a fair question. X Factor number 2. Bobby started to mention this a little bit earlier, but it's very true. The Mavericks got to find a way to keep up. Miami is number 1 in the association this year in terms of pace. In fact, 106.4 leads the NBA. In fact, they are the fastest team in the NBA. Mavericks do a pretty decent job of getting in transition themselves, but at the same time, Miami is on a whole nother level when it comes to getting out and running so far this year. Last one for us before we get out of here. You got to hit shots when there's opportunities to do so, because if you don't, it's going to be a long night for you. In fact, Miami this year, number 2 in the NBA in opponents' field goal percentage this year, only allowing teams to shoot 43.3% from the field. The only team that's better than Miami in terms of opponent field goal percentage, the Oklahoma City Thunder. So that gives you an indication of just how good defensively the Miami Heat have been so far this year. They are getting after teams into the tune of a 4-game win streak. Ron, how do the Mavericks try to find a way to get it done tonight?
Well, I mean, just from what KG said, I mean, he said this is one of the best rebounding teams. The Mavs don't rebound amazing. He said it's one of the best defensive teams. The Mavs don't have one of the best offenses. So that sounds like an upset to me. Nah, I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
All the make is for an upset.
I mean, I'm going to be completely honest. I mean, the Mavs are going to have to rebound. Daniel Gafford has kind of been we've talked about all year about a lot of these players kind of being asked to do things they've like almost never done in their career or aren't doing currently at their current age in Klay Thompson's role. Daniel Gafford's going to have to probably get 10, 12 rebounds tonight, and that's a really tall task. I mean,
PJ got to hit the glass hard tonight.
PJ's going to have to hit the glass. PJ's actually been a really good rebounder on the defensive side of the ball, at least this season. But they're also probably going to have to get some offensive rebounds, which is something they've really struggled. I think they're bottom 3 in offensive rebounding, grabbing last time I checked, cleaning the glass. They're going to have to, maybe it's cooperflagg, who's actually done a relatively solid job for his position at doing that. And it's going to be some other players. They're going to have to get those extra possessions and stop the fast break, because this team's going to run.
Yeah, the Heat are a very poor defensive rebound team, partially because they're kind of small, but also they want to get out and run. So maybe your best defense is your offense.
Ooh.
Oh, boy.
Well, D-Lo.
All right.
Span the 3, Sally.
We got to be professionals.
Okay. Oh, wow.
It's a professional broadcast.
You don't think that's what we were doing the last 30 minutes here?
This was serious basketball analysis.
I mean, Ryan Nembhard's back.
Let's
go!
Yeah, like all the guards needed. They needed every last one of them.
Because, maybe not the point guard, but like the point bishop is back.
What? The who?
Chris Paul's the point guard, so maybe Ryan Nembhard is the point bishop.
We'll workshop that.
We'll workshop it.
Yeah, we'll workshop that. Appreciate our guy Tanner making us look good and sound good as always. Thank you, sir. We will be back here for our post-game show about 10, 12 minutes after the final buzzer tonight. Full crew in the house tonight. Our national
Mark Stein?
Yes, Mark Stein. How about it? Mark Stein going to be live in studio with us here on our post-game show. So you don't want to miss that here on DLLS Sports. Again, appreciate all of you and for your super chats as well here during our pregame show. It's time for Mavericks basketball as they take on the Miami Heat tonight, begin a 4-game road trip in South Beach. That's our DLLS Mavs analyst, Bobby Kel'el. That is our DLLS Mavs beat writer, Ron Herro Jr. I am merely your host, Kevin Gray. We are DLLS Mavs. We'll talk to you post-game right here on DLLS Sports. Y'all be good. Peace.
We all silly like the mayor.